Hey. Greetings, everyone. Type for World Ministries presents Staying in the Light Radio. That's why the screen is black, because we are communicating mind to mind. I heard the most outlandish things I've heard in a while. First, they talk about a black Jesus, then they say he's coming back. Do y'all believe that? We're going to talk about that and see where y'all heads at. If Jesus would come back, how would he? What would he come as? Do you think he'd be a minister in a church? What about a fisherman? Well, if you study his writings, he had nothing good to say about anybody in the establishment, and they say he was a carpenter, but I didn't. They said he was a carpenter's son, but there's nowhere that you see him working as a carpenter, and they say hung around with so-called bad elements, prostitutes, thieves, people like that. So I was thinking about that. I said, well, since he wouldn't be working because he had so many issues with the uh, the powers to be. You see where I'm going with this? He'd probably be homeless. So if you believe in Jesus that he coming back, how do you think he'll come back as? As a homeless person? A millionaire? A teacher? What the picture in my mind is him walking, gathering people who was cast aside, because that's what he did. They say he went to the people who was rejected and despised. So if he went to the people who rejected and despised, then he was looking for people who suffered the things he suffered. So I hear talk about people homeless and they're lost their minds and they're insane. They got mental issues. I have an opinion that these people are a waste. They're refuge. You have a good meal, what do? You go relieve yourself with the waste. Do you care about that waste? No, because they're used up. It's used material. It's no use to you. It may have been a juicy steak, beautiful dinner, tasty dinner, but once it become waste, it's disgusting. You want to get rid of it. But where did it come from? It came from you. Can y'all see what I'm talking about? Your beautiful dinners, your beautiful society. There's got to be someone who built that societies who didn't benefit from it for you to be prosperous. Because all prosperity means is someone who has more than they need. So if someone have more than they need, I'm not saying it's wrong, I'm just saying That's why you create needy people, because they need, and you have more than you need. So you got something that belongs to somebody else. So homeless people didn't create that condition. I don't know anybody who would want to be on the streets without shelter. Let's stop calling them homeless, because everybody has a home. They may not have shelter. But you see the connotation? You're trying to tell these people who don't have shelter that they have no right to be on the planet. They have no home. A home is not a house. A house is not a home. So instead of getting all this concern and love to people who are animals, they talk about the veterans and the amputated, and what about human beings who don't have a shelter, who are veterans? Most of them are veterans. Did you know that? Why don't they ever talk about that? It seems like this society has it's kind of don't want to face reality. Reality is painful because it makes them look bad. Nobody want to look bad. So it paints society. It paints those who are cast out of society as evil. But they didn't cast themselves out. They had to be cast out. So if Jesus came back, he'd be one of these cast out people. All right, what's going on? Lex Malyer. I'm right on it. You say I'm right. That's what you are, I mean. Yes, thank you. Thank you for agreeing with me. I don't have too much to say. This was on my mind for a few days. So I said, well, let me put it out there and see what you think. I could be totally off, totally missing the point, talking about Jesus would come back as a homeless person. And check this, Putin talking about he's black. Come on now. All them pictures of Jesus, I ain't see none of them black. You think these people would lie to us all this time if they knew what he looked like? Do you think that people would lie? All right, well, I'm going to let you think about it and let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. She looked like my favorite actress back in the day, Angie Dickinson. I think that is her. Okay, peace. Greetings, everybody.